on the drag, completed it very well.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's letting it. He's got a man complete. The 40. And all the way down to the 39. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 56 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, it's Gurley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Garoppolo now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
12.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now Pirine. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
21. 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is out of bounds here. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels, they've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gone. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on second down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
DC.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try the air now with Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Super. 11.
From the gun, here's Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
11.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo forced out to his left. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
14.
Goff now to throw. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a carry for Pirro. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
11. Black 80.
Play action. Garoppolo going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it.
11.
What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
13. Go ahead. 13.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
To throw is Goff. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down. And they'll run it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still...
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown L.A. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher. You're going to take over at the 20.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your... They're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Shell.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
To throw is Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones, but at the end of the game, you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot, had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.